Here's an awesome project you can do with just some scrap collage paper, stuff you can make. And I think when you're done with this, you're going to be amazed at how cool and versatile and easy this project is. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting some Mod Podge down on the paper, and I'm going to start gluing these strips. Now they're irregular shaped strips, so they're not like perfectly straight. And that paper I'm using is basically just cheap drawing paper, and you see there's just a bunch of random color on it. So whenever I'm painting, typically I will put down a piece of that paper, and they're pretty big. They're about 24 by 18, and I'll put that down underneath my painting. So when I'm mixing paper, if I have leftover paint on my brush, things like that, instead of just I'm cleaning my brush off in a jar of water or something, I'll just take the extra paint and just sort of rub it on the paper. And then when I'm mixing paint, instead of using a traditional palette, I'll just use the paper. So I end up with all of these really interesting pieces of paper that has all this kind of random colors and strokes on it. And it makes for really cool collage paper. And you can see I'm just taking that paper and I'm ripping it in strips, so different lengths, and just sort of coming down the page and leaving a little bit of that original watercolor underneath. So when I started that, it was just a watercolor gone bad, and I love using those as a starting point for projects like this, because it just they kind of enhance the abstract qualities, and it'll become part of this finished painting. So you can see most of those stripes are vertical, but I'm also doing some horizontal as well. So you can see I've got one on the lower right hand side, and now I'm going to add another one. So again, if you were to look at that, I mean, it's just very random the way I did it. I didn't cut paper and place any colors or shapes in any particular size. I just simply started filling in the gaps and just putting that stuff down and just letting it go. And once you get it all glued down, give it a good press, and then take a rag, a clean rag, and try to wipe off any excess glue. Now I'm using matte Mod Podge, so that's going to dry relatively flat anyway, so it's not going to have a lot of shine to it. But it's good to wipe off the excess anyway, just in case. All right, so I'm going to do another one here, and then I'll use again the same idea. So you can see that paper. There is, it's not like I planned that collage paper. I mean, all that stuff again was just created by putting down paper near my painting when I'm painting something, and just wiping off the excess. And then again, I use it as a palette, and I just put that stuff aside, and I have stacks of it. And it's such a good way to recycle paint, because normally, and what I did in the past and what you probably do again, is you just probably, when you're done painting a shape, you just take your brush and you stick it in water and you clean it. So instead, just grab a piece of paper. It can be, sketch paper. It could be something that's already used. It doesn't matter. But just something that's just sitting around, and just start cleaning your brush on the paper before you stick it in the water. And that's going to do two things. Actually, it's going to give you some really good collage paper, but it's also going to allow you to create this or it's going to keep your water a lot cleaner too. So if you have a lot of paint left over on your brush and you put it in the water, then obviously the water will get contaminated and dirty much quicker. Whereas if you use that excess paint and just apply it to something and get most of it off, then the water will stay a little bit cleaner because it's not as much paint coming off your brush. So it really is, and I love all this collage paper that I end up with. And it's going to help out. It's going to create some pretty amazing art, as you will see once we move a little bit closer to the end of the video. All right, so now we'll go back to the first one, and that's 100% dry, okay? And I allow it to dry because I don't want the edges of the paper to peel up. And as I'm painting the edges on this one in the background, the other one is drying too. So this is sort of a 2-for-1 deal here. I could flip that paper in any direction. It doesn't matter. I could flip it the opposite way and it would work just fine. So now what I'm doing is mixing up some nice kind of a vivid blue. And I'm going to just go around the contour of the shape of a fish. And don't try to think too much. I mean, just sort of have fun with it. And whatever happens, just let it happen. So I'm not going to try to force anything. I'm just going to kind of take what it gives me, so to speak, and go with it. And you'll find that if you work that way, there's tons of abstract qualities in the piece. And it's so cool. And when you start looking at it, when it's done, you'll see that there's some continuity. You know, there's a lot of harmony in this piece because those stripes that I put down, the vertical stripes, they sort of flow from one fish to the other. And you'll start to see that now as I put this background in. You'll start to notice that the fish, even though they're just random colors and shapes and all types of crazy collage paper, there's just a ton of harmony and flow between them because a lot of that collage paper was applied in those vertical strips. And that's what really gives it that harmony and that kind of continuity. And it's just really cool. I'm glad I kind of discovered this way to use the collage paper, and this sort of stuff is what excites me, and then it becomes a challenge, like, okay, well, what else can I do with it, and I know that's kind of a video and a lesson for another lesson, really, but I've already got my wheels turning, to see, well, what else can I paint with this idea and these vertical strips to create another subject, because I do think it has a lot of potential to do that. And the end results are just so much fun. It's playful, it's colorful, and anytime I can recycle bad art, create collage paper out of what would have been just paint discarded in a jar of water, and drawings and sketches and things that were just sitting around in a drawer and just completely forgotten about. So anytime I can create some cool art out of that stuff and have fun, like really discover new ways to create and paint, that's a good day, and those are the things that really excite me about being an artist. So anyway, so now we've got the backgrounds in, and it's time to move in with some detail. But I want to be sure I don't add too much detail because it has a lot of character as it is, and it's easy to just do so much detail that you just completely lose all of this excitement. And so I'll just add a few eyes, a few fins, maybe some scales here and there, and a lip, little fish lip there, and just keep it simple, keep it flowing, and be sure I let get out of the way of the art. You don't want to impose too much of what you want to do with what's there, because it's so easy to again just ruin a beautiful thing like this and all of the character it has by just doing too much. So really, anyone that looks at that knows, okay, well, yeah, I see fish. So that's what it's all about, And I'll sign this one, and then we'll go to the second one and add a few details to that one. So I'll do the same thing, just using a little bit of a kind of a dark purple there, and a few loosely painted scales. Obviously, that's a really kind of a very small, skinny kind of a signature brush, and that's perfect for this sort of paint strokes that I need. And if you happen to see where the collage paper and everything you've done sort of has an eye, or already has some sort of feeling of a lip or a fin, then don't go over it. Kind of let that happy accident become part of the art. I don't really have that in this one, but sometimes that will certainly be the case. So you can see that's so cool to see that kind of that flow and that harmony you get out of using those vertical stripes in a design like this. So vertically stacking a subject and then using those stripes left to right. I think really just it's a fun way to create and to make some exciting art. And let's go ahead and have a look at the finished pieces here. So again, these images were taken in natural light, so you get a better feel for the colors and everything. But I enjoyed making this. Again, my wheels are turning to think about the next project I want to do with it. But it's a lot of potential, and I hope you enjoyed it.